Alright, so what's up, guys? This is Ninja Owner Ninja. And basically, for a very long time, people have said I'm stupid, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I sound like a dumbass, blah blah blah. Basically, I'm going to prove to you right now why they're correct. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to prove to you right now why they are incorrect. How I am correct. Basically. Uh, and you are going to see right now. Okay, you see it. Stop purity testing. Act Man, I guess that's his name. Act Man tells Destiny the problem with the left. This is uploaded by Destiny. May the 6th, it has 131,000 views. Was today this? I think the seventh. Yeah, I'll just say the 6th. There's so okay. Now you know the details of the video. Now I want you to listen, because for a very long time I've been saying Trump is just a fall guy. He is the Trojan horse. He led his he got into the gate, but all he did is let all of these rich motherfuckers out in our government. Basically, the worst motherfuckers known that we have are at play. The people that are causing chaos in the world are almost in control of our government, and that's the battle left and right. And here's the proof. Are you ready? I want you to listen to what this guy says, basically, and then think of MAGA. Okay, think of MAGA right after, and think of everything Trump stands for, and how he's just the main shepherd for all these sheep that are MAGA. Okay, now think about it. Everything that he does is something that someone else told him to do. If you look at most of his speeches or interviews, like that one MS-13 interview, how the guy tried to go on for like an hour before Trump finally fucking let it go. Basically, and he's like, wait, listen. He had a tattoo. He's so fucking stupid. He thought it was real. The tattoo that looks clearly fake. He thought it was real. Everybody in the mom knows this. So why is nobody doing anything? Like, oh man, I'm pretty fucking sure that if in politics, if we never lost the people that we did, if they didn't die because their faces were puffy and shit, like they were clearly on like being targeted, and their diet was being fucked up, basically. Like they weren't taking care of themselves and whatnot. If you look at most of the Republican Party, they're all healthy, farmers and shit, and they're gonna live forever. And most Democrats are fucking dying, at 60 and shit. But the Republicans are living to like fucking 120, and we wonder why America's all fucked up. But listen to what this dude says, and remember that I said Trump. I'm stalling for 10 minutes, by the way. But remember, Trump is a Trojan horse, just getting people in to the White House. And the reason why, like, there's people like Steve Bannon, Paul Ryan, who is still in charge, by the way. It's just that he stays quiet. That's what happened, basically. And if you think about it, everyone in the like, there's I forgot his name. There's let's see if I can find it real quick. I think it's actually important enough for you to know this. Who was the Republican that was removed because he was shocked about the parties in the Republican Party? Hello? I got a phone call. Oh shit, I'm getting fucking goddamn. I'm getting hit with a motherfucker right now. What the hell? One second, sorry. I think it was Matt. I think Matthew Cawthorn. Matthew Cawthorn. Nope. Ha- Cawthorn. Yeah, Madison Cawthorn. That's who it was. That's who it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Madison Cawthorn. Um, Madison Cawthorn removed from House or Senate or something. Yeah, before the end of his term, he left because they targeted him. He was like, I was shocked. These parties, underage girls drinking and all this shit. Like, if you look, it's there. It's fucking obvious. Like, they're trying to take over the party. It's fucking obvious as fuck. But listen real quick. This is what's going on. I'll talk about it.
I saw a quote. It was either from Steve Bannon or someone else who was saying
It's important that name came up, okay?
something like, anybody can believe in the truth, but if you can convince someone to believe nonsense, then they will wear a political uniform for you. And the more people you have in that uniform, you can build an army. Basically, like, if you can convince people the stupidest things are true, and they're not thinking about what's true and what's not true, they're just blind adherents to your ideology, and therefore they're a soldier.
Right. And then you can, I think it's fascism. I think it was Jordan Peterson, and he was debating this one chick about feminism or something. And he was like, it's so boring talking to you because I know who you are. I know what you're going to say because you're nobody. You're nothing. You're not a person. You are a belief. You are a, like, you come from a ground of belief, basically. I forgot what it was, basically. It's been a while since I thought about it. But all of these pieces, they all come together, and it's just like they are still in charge of the party. They are making decisions behind closed doors. They wrote the book on it and they released it to the people, basically, so everyone has it. And if everyone followed it and listened to it, then it would happen. And that was the plan. But the problem was, again, the good guys got a hold of it, and they were the ones that were like, "What the fuck? This isn't right. You can't do this. This is wrong. This is bullshit." And so we know what they're gonna do. The problem is they're doing it. And that's it. End of story. End of story. End of discussion. And again, Trump was elected just to get these guys in because they wouldn't win. If they ran for political office, no one would vote for them. All of these people would lose. The only reason why Trump was brought up as a forerunner is because of that. And they needed somebody that would trick the Republican Party into believing it's okay. It's as a person for a like when Trump dies eventually, because the fall guy eventually he's gonna go to prison or he's gonna die or something's gonna happen to this fall guy that is Trump, and then his assistant or vice president or whatever is gonna take over. And then all the pressure then goes to him, and they have to make sure that the people like him as well. basically, right? And so that's kind of how it goes. And there is a chance that they could put somebody under the vice president and assassinate the vice president when Trump dies, right, or is in prison or whatever, so that it goes to the person below him. Basically, you see what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, free thinking, and this is what they're doing. And this is what the blue side doesn't do, at least the people that I'm around or that I talk to or that I'm friends with. They're all, oh, you're fucking stupid. You think it too far. And it's like, bro, like, this is how far they're thinking. I'm not thinking that far. You're just not thinking far enough, you fucking dumb sheep. You're a fucking idiot. If you don't understand that Trump is just a fucking Trojan horse, then you're a fucking idiot. If you don't understand that, what's it called, Paul Bryan and I forgot his name already. Fucking Paul Ryan. See, this
Or
is
a
why.
political. So that's kind of how I look at the world. It's like
That's why they disappeared, is so that their names stop appearing on our tongue, basically.
I saw a quote. It was either from Steve Bannon or something.
Steve Bannon, Paul Ryan, Lindsey Graham, Jeff Sessions, all of these motherfuckers behind closed doors. What's his name? Elon Musk. I don't think I think he's a dumbass, basically. And I think that his cars only sucked because they rigged it so that they would make it suck, basically. Like, the only reason why it's failing is because they don't want him to win. They want the market. They want it. They don't want him to have it, basically. That's why. And people are saying, oh, well, his car, what's it called, the steel is not good. You think that's Elon's fault? Really? Really? You think that's Elon's fault personally? Your car sucks. All the way here in California, he's in Texas or where the fuck in New York or wherever the fuck he's at. It's Elon's fault. He wrote on the paper, make sure it's only a fucking a sheet of steel or whatever, and that these engines are fake horsepower and that they use Japanese parts. Meanwhile, if you build the Mustang, no, it has to be the fucking real shit. And no, right? Like, that's why. Don't you think that if Tesla, like, when he said the window wouldn't break and it broke, do you honestly think that that was Elon? No, that was them trying to fucking ruin Elon. That was them trying to screw him up. Chances are he probably had a car and he has, the technology to make whatever. Like, have you seen the video? There's a video of a guy with a car and a glass window, and he gets a drill or something, like a sander or something, and it's like, and it gets red hot, and the glass starts to melt, basically, but it doesn't fucking break, is the idea. And the point is, like, you can do that. Like, that's cool, right? But they make glass to be broken, per se, like strong enough to stand, but also weak enough to break. That's why if you hit it from the outside, it won't break, but if you hit it from the inside, it'll shatter. They make it that way on purpose. And right now, what's going on is our smart people that engineered that shit died off, and now we have their sons and their sons taking over. I was like, look at this! I made steel, or basically glass as strong as steel, and the people dying inside of cars because they can't get out because the strong ass steel glass, basically, that you invented, that everyone decided to buy because, oh my god, it doesn't break, oh my god, it doesn't break, and so, like, then you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it depends. It's the most. That's why I hate. What the fuck is his name? The black dude, fat guy, or he was fat, or he's getting fat, or whatever. He's a lot like me, except he's what you call education. He's nowhere near as intelligent as me. I would say Elon is the same thing. Uh, just education with no intelligence. Black guy, fuck, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Basically, very intelligent, or very educated rather, not intelligent. Um, Pretty much. I forgot what I was saying because I was thinking about it so hard. But yeah, we have a bunch of these people. Oh, it was because he said if he had to break all the science down to one word, what would it be? It was close. It was close. But he said maybe. And I want to punch him in the face because no, it's not maybe. It's depends. It depends. Everything depends on something else. It's not maybe. That's stupid. Maybe it'll do this. No, no, no. It depends. Yes, of course that'll happen. It depends on the situation. Yes, of course you could do this, do that. Yes, of course, of course, of course, of course. Can we do it? No, but it could happen. It depends. Everything fucking depends. Everything depends. Like, yes, we can fly. It depends. We can fly. You know how to jump off a building. You can fly for a good 7 seconds before you hit the ground. You flew, but you hit the ground, unfortunately. You know why? It's because the Earth's moving. Because gravity is there. Because blah, 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 blah. And for all we know, gravity can be a centrifugal force. We don't know. I have no fucking idea, right? I'm talking about years of centrifugal force too, by the way. But anyways, I don't get too far into it. But the point is, I'm fucking smart. I'm the most brilliant man in the world. And again, all these motherfuckers, Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Stephen Hawking. Well, I would say, is the only person maybe possibly could have maybe stood toe and toe with me, maybe. Because all he could do was think. You know what I'm saying? Like physically, all he could literally do is think. So maybe, and I wouldn't say that's all I can do, but that's all I do. Pretty much, I can do everything. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I just choose to do that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, these people are bad. Trump was a Trojan horse. He was a means to an end. He's a fall guy. Everyone is blaming Trump, but it wasn't Trump. Trump is just a leader. If you look at that one interview that recently happened about the MS-13, Trump's a fucking idiot. He's being influenced, and just like Paul, what the fuck is his name?
World. It's like I saw a quote. It was either from Steve Bannon or
Steve Bannon said, if you again,
someone else who was saying something like anybody can believe in the truth, but if you can convince someone to believe nonsense, then they will wear a political uniform for you. And the more people you have in that